Hello and welcome you once again in this new session of history. Today we are going to start with your chapter number 7, that is the beginning of the Mughal rule in India. As we have learned in our previous chapters that India was ruled under the Sultan dynasty. It was known as the Delhi Sultanate. It was the Lodhis who were the last Sultanate of Delhi Sultan. Ibrahim Lodhi was the last ruler of Lodhi dynasty. He was defeated by Babur in the Battle of Panipat in 1526. Now, who was Babur? Babur, he established the Mughal Empire in India. He was the descendant of Genghis Khan, who was the chief of Mongols, and Turco-Mongol conqueror Timur or Tamerlane. In 1497, Babur, he captured Samarkand. Before that, he was the ruler of Fargana. But very soon he was being lost both the city, Fargana as well as Samarkand. But Babur, he spent 3 years in exile. He established a strong army and he won all his lost territories of Samarkand, Fargana, and he captured Kabul also. And he gave the title of Badshah. And from there he came to India. He defeated Ibrahim Lodhi with the help of Daulat Khan. And in 1526, Babur established his dynasty in India. Babur captured Delhi, Agra. Babur now used gun cannons and scared the soldiers and war elephant horses of the Ibrahim's army. After winning the Battle of Panipat, he fought the Battle of Khanwa in 1527. In the Battle of Khanwa, Babur was being challenged by the Rajput. The Rajput armies fought with Babur. The Rajput fought under the Rana Sanga. He was the ruler of Mewar. Rajput forces fought very bravely, but Babur was very efficient. His army was very efficient, his artillery, his cavalry was very powerful, and they lost the battle, and Babur won this battle very easily. From there he started to fight a new war, that is Battle of Chanderi in 1528. Babur inflicted another crushing defeat on the Rajput in the Battle of Chanderi. In 1528, Babur defeated Medini Rai, the ruler of Chanderi, and captured the fort of Chanderi. And in 1529, he subsidizing the Rajput, Babur took the rebellion Afghan chief who were led by Mahmud Lodhi, brother of Ibrahim Lodhi. He defeated them in the Battle of Ghagra in 1529. Many historians portray Babur as a liberal ruler. He was very brilliant. He was a good commander. He also inspired his soldiers. He introduced a new technique of warfare in India. Now, Babur memoir was Baburnama. Baburnama presents him as an accomplished writer. His memoir is considered the first true autobiography in Islamic literature. Babur laid the foundation of Mughal Empire. He died in 1538 at the age of 47, and he was succeeded by his son. His eldest son was Humayun from 1530 to 1540. Humayun's name was Nasiruddin Muhammad Humayun. He ascended the throne of the Mughal Empire after the death of his father. But he faced many problems, and problems were Humayun was inherited a loosely knit empire from Babur, because Babur already has ruled only for the 4 years, so it was not a fully established he got in his empire. Therefore, his authority was challenged by mainly formidable attendants. Prominent among were the Afghan chief Sher Khan, Bahadur Shah, the ruler of Gujarat and Malwa, Humayun's 3 brothers, Kamran, Hindal and Askari. They also want to overthrow Humayun and want to ascend the throne of Agra. The Rajput rulers who were being defeated by the Babur, they also want to defeat Humayun and to recapture their lost territories. As Babur was busy in winning the new territories, he could not provide an effective administration of his empire. So Humayun consolidated the Mughal Empire with the proper administration. His 2 main rivalries were Bahadur Shah of Gujarat and Afghan chief Sher Khan. In order to capture Gujarat, Humayun entered into the treaty with Sher Khan. In return of the Chunar fort, Sher Shah agreed to help Humayun. After making peace with Sher Khan, Humayun marched towards Gujarat to take on Bahadur Shah. He easily captured Gujarat to take and Malwa, as the Bahadur Shah offered to no resistance, and he fled from there. Then he fought a battle of Kannauj. It was Battle of Chausa first in 1539. Humayun could not prevent Sher Khan from plundering Bengal. His brother inflicted the blow of declaring himself. So Humayun and Sher Khan, they wanted to show their supremacy. Their armies met at the Battle of Chausa. Humayun suffered a crushing defeat at the Chausa battle. He had to run for a life from the battlefield. In the Battle of Kannauj, both Humayun and Sher Khan once again met in the Battle of Kannauj. In 1540, Sher Khan inflicted another defeat on Humayun and captured the Mughal capital to Agra. So, once again, Humayun was defeated by Sher Khan. A defeat Humayun left India and take refuge in Persia. Iran came under the Afghan rule with Sher Khan. Declaring himself as the king, he assumed the title of Sher Shah Suri. Now, Sher Shah Suri ruled for India from 1540 to 1555. It was the exile of Humayun, and these 15 years Sher Shah Suri ruled in India. He was an Afghan chief. Sher Shah rose to become the emperor of India. His original name was Fariduddin Abdul Muzaffar. Fariduddin Abdul Muzaffar. Now, once Farid showed his bravery by killing the tiger, his name was actually he killed a tiger and he was given the title. His name now became a Sher Khan, the kings of tiger. He was very good administrator. He was a very good administrator. He actually he was the head of the central administration. He has been an effective administrator by dividing his empire into provinces, which were called the Sarkars, and each province were headed by the governor. The provinces were further divided into districts. They were known as the Parganas, and these Parganas, each of the Parganas was made up of certain numbers of villages. That means certain number of villages used to make one Parganas, and one Parganas, several Parganas used to make a one district. And the Patwari, he used to collect the land revenue, while Muqaddam was responsible to maintain the peace in villages. He kept a close watch on working his official. Sher Shah's military organization was very good. He personally supervised his army. He has two measures of Alauddin Khilji, that was the branding of horse, that was known as a Tag, and maintaining the descriptive role of the each soldier, it was known as Chehra. His revenue system was like this. Sher Shah renounced his land revenue reform by Sher Shah replaced the prevailing Jagir system with a new Patta, that means a title deed system. The cultivable land on his fertility was classified into three categories. Then his military rule was also very efficient. He personally supervised the recruitment. His justice system was, Sher Shah succeeded in re-establishing the law and order in the empire. During his reign, all were equal before law. Severe punishment was rewarded to the criminals. Civil cases were heard by Amin or the Munsif. Qazi dealt the criminal cases. His currency was of 3 metals to represent different monetary units, and start by the Sher Shah Suri. He is known as the father of Indian rupees because he issued a silver coin which was called rupiah. It was the precursor of the modern rupee. Sher Shah also used a gold coin called mohar and silver coin called dam. His trade and transportation. In the transportation, his largest, as we know, GT Road, Grand Trunk Road, Sher Shah made. He knew that National Highway of India, it was known as the Grand Trunk Road, today is named as the Sher Shah Suri Marg because it was built by him. It was called a Sadak-e-Azam. It was built in 1542 to link his capital Agra with his birthplace Sasaram. It went to till Bengal. They also served as a dark chungis in their highways. Architecture, you know that Sher Shah renovated Humayun city, Dina Pana in Delhi, and renamed it Shergarh. In Purana Killa, Sher Shah built a pleasure town. It is known as Sher Mandal, and also built an impressive Rohtas fort, which is now in Pakistan. When he died in 1555, Humayun came back to India and he ruled for one more year. After spending the 15 long years in exile, he returned back. He captured India. He defeated his brother Kamran with the help of Shah of Persia. Then he captured Kabul, Kandahar from Kamran. Then he recaptured Agra, Delhi. And also he captured Delhi back. He made a library in Purana Killa, and it is said that he fell from he got an accident in a library. He fall down from the staircase and he died. Humayun's biography, its name was Humayun Nama, throws a light of his personality. It was written by his sister Gulbadan Begum. Humayun had an interest in mathematics, astronomy and philosophy. Humayun was infamous for his addiction of opium for his pleasure-loving nature. He was not a good military commander like his father, but it has been said that after Humayun, Akbar established and made fame of glory of the Mughal Empire in the world. So in this lesson we have learned how Babur established his Mughal Empire in India, defeating the Ibrahim Lodi. Then Humayun also goes ahead. He ruled for 10 years, but Sher Shah Suri defeated him in both the battle of Kanpur and Kannauj, and he fled back to Persia. But later on, after 1555, after the death of Sher Shah Suri, he recaptured Delhi, but unfortunately he fell down from the staircase of the library and he died. But later on, we will read about the Akbar in our next chapter, how he established the vast Mughal Empire. We will meet in our next session with new topic. Till then, have a nice day and take care of your health.